Hello, and welcome back to Saad's Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody is tuned in nice and early. Big ups to everybody is watching on the replay. Apologies for the lateness. I had to wait for two frauds to arrive, of course. But listen, we are here. We are back. Guys, I just want to let you know now, I'm going to give you a warning. There's probably going to be a lot of screaming. There's going to be a lot of shouting. There's going to be a lot of like swearing at each other. It is where it is. We're all friends. No matter how personal you think we get with each other, it's not personal. None of us are like truly fighting for real. But regardless, guys, we are here for another episode of Saad X Ash. And obviously, with a special guest, Mr. AFTV Souls in the building, with us. And listen, we've got a hell of a stream to do today. We're only here for an hour, so we are going to be discussing every single thing that we can in that time frame. We're going to be speaking about Watkins and apparently the second bid that's supposed to come out of nowhere. We're going to be speaking about Matthias Tel coming possibly to Arsenal. We're going to be speaking about the winter break in Dubai, which listen, they're going to be doing a winter break in Dubai, so we'll wait to see who that is or what happens on that. We're also going to be doing the preview show. Arsenal hosting City at the Emirates Stadium. Liverpool going to Bournemouth, which hopefully Bournemouth can do something for us and we can do our own job to really lessen the points that they are in front of us by. With obviously that all-important game coming up against Everton for Liverpool. So that's not going to be an easy game, especially with David Moyes there, man. Do you know what I mean? There's history there. There's history with him and Liverpool. But regardless, lads, Habibis, yalla. كديرين لاباس.
How you doing, bro? لا بأس الحمد لله كل شيء بخير. He's right, by the way, guys. This time it wasn't Saad, had nothing to do with him. We were late. He was actually on time, to be honest. And I realized, like a fraud, I don't have the right mic on. So
there you are.
That, and there you go. This is much better.
He pays all this money for the mic, and then he doesn't even have it on, bro. What a fraud!
Yeah, so, the biggest fraudulence is the other two who are listening to me and didn't even realize there was a difference in the
يلا
mic.
صوت تكلم يلا تكلم يا حبيبي تكلم يا صاحبي.
If you guys realize the funny thing that happened in the backstage, which I won't say just for Souls' sake, the funny thing that Saad and I realized about the Souls guy.
Bro, he's actually this guy is
mental.
Like he's a legend, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't care what anybody says.
And he's also a mute, by the way. Another fraudulent behavior. He's also a mute.
Listen, put it this way: I'm smarter than I look.
Backstage, it didn't seem that way.
No, guys, welcome. Obviously, thank you for another invite to the channel. Apologies for the lateness. I was the most late, actually, and I've managed to figure out how to turn my camera on as well. It was just a switch of a button on the top. So, you know, I'm used to them old school. I'm used to those old school Magharba laptops.
Dell,
guys, his camera was off. He's been struggling with this for weeks, saying, "Man, I think I need to get my laptop fixed, man. The camera just doesn't work, you know." And it's literally off. Like you can see something like this, for example, except for the background scene, right? And he's like, "Yeah, guys, the camera just doesn't work. The camera just doesn't work."
It's not even that. It would have just been black. If the camera was legit broken, it would have just been black. But I could see the
exactly. But there's a. Can you do that again, Souls? Can you just switch it off again? The way
No, I'm not doing it because if it doesn't turn back on, then it's a myth.
Well, no, it will. Trust us.
Well, I don't trust it. No,
turn back on. Trust us, it will. Just do it quickly. Do it quickly. So guys, this is how the camera. Yeah, when you see it this way, that means the thing is off from it. So I'll do the same thing, guys. I'll do the same thing. I'll show you guys. Yeah. So for example, look, I'm gonna click this. There. See, guys, my camera is off, right? So Souls.
Hold on. Sorry.
Souls had this problem. No, let me land this. So Souls had this problem for weeks. He's like, the camera is not working, guys. I'm gonna have to fix it. Blah 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 blah. And today, Saad and I, we see this, and Saad is like, "Yo, I think it's just switched off from the top, brother. You just need to do this and it'll work." He's like, "Huh?"
But hold on.
And he does that and he suddenly works and camera comes back on. And Souls then realized that his laptop, like many other laptops now in the world, have a camera switch on top.
Oh, mate.
Thank you for that.
But regardless, Regardless, listen, we are here to discuss stuff. Man like T, big up T, of course, saying the fraudulent levels was too strong for your cams, bro. The cameras didn't want to come on. And then Ali A saying, obviously, you dodging your cooking souls. There's a lot you needed to be cooked for because you were talking a lot of copium. I'm hoping that you've come to your senses now, and
I'm hoping you guys have come to your senses. To be fair,
what senses? What senses, ya habibi, ya khoya? What senses?
Listen. Obviously, I don't know if you guys want to jump straight into it. I don't know if you have a topic.
We're gonna speak about what we're gonna start with is this Watkins bid, and you know what I mean. I think I need to clarify why these Arsenal fans are getting so upset with Watkins coming to the club. I mean, I'll be completely real. We've dealt with this window horrendously. And we've in this window it's been terrible. The way we've handled this window has been like amateurs, bro. Like you've just dropped amateurs into it and said, "This is your first window. We want you to get an attacker. Do your thing." And then it's brand new people who don't have no connections, no contacts, nothing. That's the way we've handled this window. Now, this Watkins thing is like, what did you expect us to do? Did you expect these men to pull out Isak out of the bag? And then I saw Sesko, then I saw and with all due respect, I'm not listen, Watkins wasn't on my list, bro. And Watkins wasn't like high on my list anyway. But regardless, if we go in for Watkins, I'm desperate at this point. So I'm taking whatever I can at this point.
Yeah. Look,
whatever I can. These men are sitting here saying 60 million for Watkins is mad. I'm like, bro, who are you to even say 60 million for Watkins, bro? We don't even do nothing, bro.
Yeah. Look, I think we need to do the research first. Obviously, the first bid was 40 million, and
I know that.
And look, I said this to a couple of people. I think the whole bid was a PR stunt, right? I don't think there was anything in this, right? Aston Villa, obviously, they knew they put in the bid a day before the Champions League game. Duran strongly linked to leaving the club. They have two strikers. They're not going to go. They're not going to let go of the only other striker. It was a PR stunt to look like we're going for somebody when there's no real look. When a club wants to go for someone, they know when to go for them. They know how to approach them, and they know the way around it. You don't just put a random bid in the day before Champions League game. Don't inform the player or anything.
They didn't do it before the Champions League game, bro. They did it on one Monday, bro.
No, I know, but not before. I mean, like they did it. It came out in the press. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they timed it bad, and I think it was more of a PR stunt, man. In terms of the deal itself, obviously Watkins isn't going to come. I can tell you that for sure, because obviously Duran is now most likely going to leave to go to Al Nassr, and they've already expressed. I think Unai Emery came out today and said Watkins happy to stay. We don't want to sell him. He's 29. How much are they going to make? 40, 50 million. Villa have a lot of money. They don't really need to sell. Will they get another bid of 60, 70 million for a 29-year-old? I think this is probably their last chance of getting that sort of money, unless he goes to Saudi. I think after this year, especially when he gets into his 30s, they're not going to make that sort of money from him. So that's the only thing that I thought could sway the fact that this is the last chance we'll get a good, decent chunk out of them. I'd be happy with Watkins. I think he's a top striker. I really rate him. Good positioning, strong, knows how to put the ball in the back of the net, has decent link-up play. Again, not very versatile in terms of multiple positions. Can really only play one sort of 9 position, but that's what we want. We don't want players that are going to be moved around and play different positions like we've seen Jesus and Trossard do. We want someone who's really going to say, you know what, I can't play anywhere else. I can only play in the 9. But yeah, I think it was a PR stunt. Didn't get excited. Didn't even believe it, to be honest. I just knew what the reaction was going to be. Arsenal know what they're doing. We want to look like we're in the business, so Arteta can come out next week and say, "Oh, we tried everything we can and we exhausted all of our options and we couldn't get anyone." That's the Watkins bid for me, if you know what I mean. It was, we want to look like we're going for someone. There is no, in my opinion, serious intention there to get Ollie Watkins. I don't know if you guys heard what I said.
Fraud. I did hear everything. And this guy's a fraud, sending a voice note or sending a WhatsApp. But bro, I agree. I actually think it's a PR stunt. because you cannot be convincing me you saw Duran is going to leave to Al Nassr and these guys are going to lose both strikers this summer. I think it's an absolutely ridiculous thing. I actually disagree with you. I don't rate Watkins, but that's fine. It's just a difference in opinion. He's obviously better than what we have. That's obvious. And that's not that hard to beat, to be honest. I think 90% or at least 80% of the strikers in the Premier League are currently better than what we have, in my opinion.
Look, I think Watkins is the top striker, but the only reason why I'm not going to argue with him about you is because we're not going to get him. So I feel like it's a pointless discussion to have. Who rates him?
Yeah, I just don't think he's a ceiling raiser, in my opinion. And especially for that kind of price. I know we bid only 40, but they obviously want minimum. I don't even think they want 60. I think they want like 70 or more. But
I think he's a good player. I think he's a good player. I really do rate Watkins, but
I think he's a good player for Villa. I don't think he's a good player for like Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, City.
I still think he comes in as better than anything we have. But
a lot of most strikers are better than what we have. The point I'm making is that I don't want now Arteta, and he's already started saying this in his press conferences. We're trying everything we can. Look, we made a bid for him. We know the target. The target is Isak. Isak's a summer target. We know it. We tried to go for Sesko. It was never going to happen in January. Now we're clutching at straws. We're making bids we know will not be accepted. It's that simple. Because we want to look like we're in the market. And
brother,
we tried.
I'll be real. And listen, I said this, and I think, for me, listen, I said this, and Ash trying to argue with me, and people trying to argue with me, people getting on my back about calling this shit out. But with all due respect, bro, the ownership ain't serious. The people who they've put in charge ain't serious. And it shows. It just shows the lack of ambition from this club to when you're almost there, yeah. And I have to sit here and watch this shit over and over again, where I'm watching these man just sitting there, yeah, and they're just, we need a striker. They first of all, it was, by the way, this happened in phases, guys. Like our seasons happen in phases. This happened in phases. The first phase of the summer was we're dealing with internal solutions. Do you know what I mean? We've got internal solutions. Jesus, خلاص, رجلو met صافي مشى. Or now, all of a sudden, these men want to do backtrack. We need a striker now. And Arteta
translation for those who don't understand Moroccan Arabic. I don't know why Saad speaks to you guys like you're all Moroccans.
Sorry,
translation: Jesus' legs are gone and he's not gonna get them back. Continue.
Yeah, sorry. I'm vexed. But basically, then they start to backtrack. All of a sudden, we need attack to sort out. Even though Saka was missing, although these men were missing shots left, right, and center, the attack was looking poor, disgustingly poor. And we're sitting here trying to, bro. Listen.
Look, I think.
I want to say. Hold on, souls, because all I want to say is this right here, what we're seeing right here, this was expected, because when the window officially started, me and Ash sat here anyway on the stream and said, he asked me, I asked him, do you expect us to get anything this window done? He said no. Do I expect anything to get done in this window? I said no, because what do we expect? We know this club. We know what we're about. We know what the ownership is about, bro. The ownership is, bro, they're eunuchs, bro. They're eunuchs, whatever the fucking word is, bro. They have no balls, bro. They got castrated a long time ago, bro.
Yeah, and this is what Arteta should.
It's not Arteta, bro. This is way beyond Arteta now.
No, it is. But this is why. No. It's beyond Arteta, but this is why Arteta should stay. This is actually why.
No.
Let me land. The reason why he should stay is because people seem to think that we have this amazing board and this amazing club structure. We have this amazing eagerness to sign players from our owners. We don't have that, unfortunately. We're not Man City. Look at Man City. Their owner's gone, you know what? We need 3 players. Bang, we're going to give him. Madness. We're going to give in to 3 players. We're going to sign 3 players, Man City. We're not like that. Our owners are not. We don't have the ambition that other clubs do. Our club. I know. Ashraf likes to say, "Oh, we're not blaming Kroenkes because they've invested." I'm not saying Kroenkes are bad. I'm just saying that the Kroenkes don't have the ambition to want to go out there and sign players. It's more of a business for them, and I understand that. It's understandable. But there's other clubs that their owners are a bit more ambitious, in my opinion. They want to sign players. So Arteta is protecting this by still playing at the highest level, right? With, in my opinion, a squad that is not as good and with a subpar team. You know what I mean? Because like
So,
just to announce to you guys, by the way, we finished third in our Champions League group, guys, and we conceded 1 goal from open play in the entire
with a squad that's not that good.
We finished third in the Champions League group, and we conceded 1 goal from open play.
So what is that, tactics or is that squad?
No, that's nothing to do with Arteta. Apparently, Arteta is the worst guy in the world. He needs to leave. Only
no one
you
said
guys.
He's bad.
No
one said he's bad.
No, only you.
Argue
two
our
the,
argument.
No,
We're saying he's a good coach. We're saying he's a good coach.
I'm arguing your argument. Only you two at the top of the screen can say a manager just finished third in his Champions League group and say, "I want this manager to go." That
can I tell you
blows my mind.
Very normal.
Can I tell you why?
It means nothing if we get knocked out next round.
Do you understand how football works?
Yes, we do. You clearly don't.
Can I tell you why? Because, to be honest, I think Ash was going to push on this subject anyway, but I think it's there to be said. We're not necessarily saying that Arteta's a bad manager, but what we're saying is he's not good enough to win us that league title. He's not. And the reason why I think he's not good enough to win us that title is basing it off of 2 moments where we could have won this title, and because of his stupidness, because of his decisions, we have been not able to get to that point where we can win that title because of his in-game decisions. So let's not sit here and act like this guy is a remarkable coach and if we let him go now, we're gonna just take a nosedive down, bro, and just do a madness. That's not what's gonna happen, bro. That's not what's gonna happen. I don't know why we have to sit here and just have this conversation about Arteta staying. Like, why? Why do we have to have this conversation? Because you should be as angry as us, bro.
No, I'm angry.
In the mud with us.
I just told you I can admit a manager's having a poor season tactically and as a coach, but there's a big difference between saying you're having a poor season and saying you need to go. Because in my opinion, he's having a poor season. I'm angry about it. Because I'm saying he's having a poor season. I'm angry about it, but I still think he can come back from this. You're saying he's having a poor season. You're angry about it, but you want him to leave. They're two different things. The point that I have, the issue that we have here is not the fact that Arteta has not done well this season. He hasn't done well. But the difference in us two is that you guys think you've lost all hope. He needs to leave as a manager. We need to sign someone new. When I watch Arsenal play, when I've watched Arsenal play this season against Man City, against Liverpool, against PSG, some big performances, I cannot turn around and say, I want my manager to leave, who's second in the table and finished third in his Champions League group so far, because obviously he hasn't ended yet. To me, it's suicide for any fan to come out and say, I want my How can you say he's 6 points behind top of the league and he's through in the Champions League?
So hold on a minute. Let's just have it right then. Let's actually break this down, Souls, because I wanna because I know we've not got much time and we need to get to predictions and we need to speak about the Dubai and whatever. What are the reasons for you that he's in this position right now? Like this season? What are you blaming?
So I'll summarize it in 20
injuries.
seconds.
He'll say injuries.
No, I'm not going to say injuries. I've said it multiple times. That there is not one main reason why we are in this position. It is a multitude of factors. 1 was the poor recruitment in the summer. 2 is the injuries. And 3 is poor tactical decisions from Arteta during games. 2 of those things, like the recruitment and the in-game tactics, are on the manager. And the last thing is injuries are just injuries. You can't do anything about it. So Arteta has a big portion to blame for his recruitment and for his tactical decisions.
Yes.
Ashraf doesn't want to hear this because he wants to hear, I saw injuries. That's not what I'm saying. So it's very clear. That's the honest truth. No one can argue that. So based on that, Arteta is to blame for 2 of the 3 big reasons why. So he should be criticized for that. But again, Saad, that doesn't prove to me why you want him to leave the club. That proves he's having a poor season. It doesn't prove why you want him to leave.
But here's the... Yeah, go ahead, Ash, because I spoke last time. You go.
Again, look, I mean, I think we've obviously gone... we've gone through this, but I'll just like quickly run my point again on this. I think
we're gonna move after this.
For me, I blame him for majority of things that are going bad this season. Yes, of course, there's a lot of things that went our way. Like, for example, injuries. I understand. There's obviously like the board. People could argue that they should be more ambitious here and there. Although I don't fully agree with that, because I think in many successful clubs, people need to stop thinking that Man City and Chelsea, when they had Abramovich, and PSG with Khalifi, is how clubs are run. That's the exception. I wish we had owners like that, but that doesn't work in football. A lot of football owners don't actually run clubs that way. The reality is, compared to the other owners of other clubs, our owners have been ambitious and they have taken steps to try and get us to win. Now, obviously, we need to see if they continue on that ambition train or they're gonna eventually give up, which is a big probability. But in my opinion, they have backed him and they've given him enough money to succeed and go on to win something this season. When I say win something, I mean like the league or maybe not the Champions League, but the league at least. And I think he's done a lot of mistakes. For me, the way I look at football generally with any club, not just with Arsenal, is I don't think any manager should ever get a long-term contract. I think managers should be getting short-term contracts, and the way this should work is you progress, you continue, you progress, you continue. Yes, some managers will regress. That's fine. Like Klopp, like Pep, even Ancelotti, I'm pretty sure, has had off seasons. But when you have credit in the bank, you're allowed to have that off season. I'm not saying you should have it, and you have to go and have a bad season. But if you have it, it's understandable because these guys have got credit in the bank. They've won something major. You can continue with them again. Any manager that takes over any club, right, in my opinion, they should continue sticking at a job while they're progressing the team, right? Until they reach that pinnacle of winning the major stuff, the Premier League. I'm not about the big teams, obviously. Until they reach the pinnacle where they win the Premier League or the Champions League, and then they can buy credit in the bank for 1 or 2 off years, right? Because these off years, they don't happen on purpose, but they happen. The reality is Arteta joined us in 2019, December. Very good first half season. Won the FA Cup against City in the semi-finals, against Chelsea in the finals. Now, I understand that 2021 was a very, very disappointing year, and some people could even say he regressed that year, but it's still his first full year. So I'll probably start counting the clock from then, right? Because that's when he started getting some players of his, like Partey and Gabriel, I think, were signed that window, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Willian was signed, and I think he wanted Willian, if I'm not wrong. So if I look at it from then, he finished 8th. The next season progressed us to 5th. The next season progressed us to challenging, which is much higher than a lot of people expected. And then season after that, again, got us 2nd and got us very, very close to the title. I think up until the end of last season, he's done a fantastic job. He is a good coach. Of course, he's a good coach because no average or bad coach comes and does this job and rebuilds the team the way they do. But this season, he's obviously regressing. And because he doesn't have credit in the bank, and because, unlike what Souls is saying, and unlike a lot of Arsenal fans who are now using this cop-out crap of calling our players, we don't have a very good squad, which is absolute BS, because a lot of these Arsenal fans were putting us in combined 11s with Madrid and Bayern and all these other teams in the last couple of years, right?
Nobody was doing that.
And the same fans who will come and say, Arteta actually is getting these players, is getting these players to outperform, will end up putting these players in combined 11s, right? Are now suddenly making the argument that, the squad is not good enough. Actually, Arteta is a genius. It has nothing to do with that. Yes, Arteta is good. Arteta is a good coach. But the reality is, and kudos to him, he's built a very good team. And now that he's regressing us this season, in my opinion, I think it's stupid. It's a stupid decision for us to continue with him next season when we have a team that's good enough to win the league title now. They might not win it. I understand they might not win it. It happens. City have the best team in the league, and they probably are not, they're not winning the league this season, and they might not even win it next season. I think they will win it next season, but they probably might not. But for us to maximize when we have a squad like this and a team like this and players who even Souls things are world-class, like he says we have 4 or 5 world-class players. I think he said 4, if I'm not wrong, which is the same number as Liverpool, for example, which is probably the same number as City right now, for example.
Souls, man.
Right? No, and it's not just him. A lot of players. I think we have I don't think we have 4. I think we have 3 world-class players and 1 or 2 others that are close to it, right? So my point is, when we have a team that I think is this talented and this good, Arteta has got us to a good level. Now that he's regressed us, and given that there are other managers out there, I'm pretty sure that we can get that can do a decent job and maybe take us to that next level with fresh ideas, I think we should capitalize on that in the summer. I know it won't happen, and at some point we're gonna have to stop talking about Arteta, especially next season when he's gonna be here, unfortunately. But if you're asking me for my opinion on what I think should happen, in my opinion, if he regresses as the season, which is probably what's gonna happen, he needs to go this summer, and we need to go sign someone that can fit the mindset of our players and get our players to take it a step higher next season, the way Slot has done with Liverpool so far.
Yeah, listen, I think that's a pretty well-rounded statement there. In regards to this Matthias Tel, Ash, I have to pass this one back to you because I know you were saying that he I think he was a player that you would have wanted to get as well. I think you were hyping up about Matthias Tel.
No,
mistaken.
I was hyping up Gittins. I actually tweeted yesterday.
Oh yes, sorry.
And there was a typo, so I deleted the tweet. I didn't want to rewrite it again. I said this guy's an average buy. Yeah, because I don't have the verified Twitter, so I cannot edit. And I saw a typo and it's like, it just pisses me off. So I immediately deleted it. And I just didn't feel like typing it again. It just
What's your
energy.
on him?
I don't rate him, honestly. I know last season he had like decent numbers, I think, and stuff like that. But the reality is, I don't think, like, look, the tricky thing with these 19-year-olds is that even if they are not that promising and that amazing now, they could they could end up exploding later and becoming like really good. So there is always that chance and there's always that gamble. But from what I've seen of him so far, he doesn't strike me as that 19-year-old who could be like a potential world-class striker, right? And that's why I'm not that moved. And I just genuinely feel there are other strikers that I think we can put in a good bid for and potentially get this January.
Yeah, no, I was
Gyökeres, for example. Gyökeres has a release clause of 65 or 70 million. I don't remember. Osimhen at Galatasaray. Galatasaray just signed Alvaro Morata, right? Who's obviously not going there to be a bench player, and he's a striker. Which means if we wanted to pry Osimhen now, we might not get him, by the way, guys. We might bid it. We might get rejected the way we did with Vlahovic, the way we did with Castro. Okay, fair enough. But my point is, try for these players. If these players reject you and say, I don't want to join Arsenal, I get that. That's fine. I get that. That's completely fine. But at least try to get some of these players.
Yeah, I mirror what you said about I mirror what you said about Tel. I don't really rate him at all, if I'm honest with you. I think he's okay. I think I've watched him play a few times. I just don't think he's direct enough. I feel like he's, in my opinion, finishing isn't great. Again, he doesn't really have one set position. Again, if we're trying to sign him to be a striker, absolutely no way. If we're trying to sign him to be a left winger, I don't think he's that big of an upgrade to Martinelli. He's not someone that's going to come in and win us a title. Don't think we should go for him at all. And he's got resale value. Yeah, he's young. But again, if you guys are saying we need players to really come in and take us to that next level, we need someone a level above Martinelli. So someone like, as Ashraf said, Gyökeres, someone that can play on the left, someone that, you know what I mean, someone at the highest level. So and we won't get Tel as well, because I think Arteta knows that as well. I don't think Arteta wants him to be. I think Arteta went for a loan, which is probably smart with how Sterling's looking. But yeah, man, I think
Can I say one thing as well? You guys might call me crazy. I actually would even have bid, as much as this might seem a lot, 75 million for Duran and got him instead of get him going to Al Nassr. He might end up going there anyways for money, but I would have tried anyways because I know he's not shown anything yet, and he's only got most of his goals this season. But at least he's a youngster where I can say, okay, I'm willing to take that gamble because he seems like he has so much potential and so much talent. And we end up going the wrong as a striker.
I can't lie. I can't lie. I would actually take Matthias Tel on a loan. Probably, but I would take Matthias Tel because I don't want him to be a striker though. I would only take him if we got somebody else in, which it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Because I wanted him to play on the right. Do you know what I mean? As that Saka backup. I wanted him to be that Saka backup. Matthias Tel. I wanted him to play on the right. He's a player who can play with both feet.
But he's not a right winger. He's a left winger.
No, but he can play with both feet, so you can adapt him into that position. He can start to use his left foot, and for Bayern Munich, he's used his left foot comfortably. He's able to use. He's like Trossard, where he can use both his feet. He's right-footed. He's right-footed, but he can use both his feet. So he's definitely somebody that maybe you can use on the right wing. Do you know what I mean? As somebody who can come in, he's got pace. He's got the tenacity to try and get past his man, bro. He's got that way about him where he wants to get past his man. He wants to get on goal and shoot. Allier, he is both footed, bro. What
too clunky though? Too clunky. Too clunky.
He doesn't look clunky when he's on the pitch.
His football intelligence, isn't it? His football intelligence really. I don't know. To me, I just don't think he's what we need. Is he an upgrade on Martinelli? No, and he might be a minor one, a small one, maybe if you want to call it that. But as I said, we need to. As I told you,
I need somebody who's scared. But the reason why I say that is because I need somebody who's not scared to take their man on.
Yeah, but the issue I've got is that
there's many other options that are better.
And I don't rate 4 of our attackers.
But we're not in for those options right now.
Yeah, I don't rate Martinelli. I don't rate Trossard. I don't rate Havertz. I don't rate Jesus. All of those 4 now. We need some new attacking force. And I'll tell you
guys don't rate Trossard as a backup player. You don't.
I know. As a backup, I do. I mean, like as a starting.
Yeah, not as a start, of course not. Yeah.
So I'm saying in terms of starters, those 4, I don't rate them to start for Arsenal to be a Premier League winning team or a Champions League winning team. So I feel like forget all of them playing as backups. You keep all 4 of them as backups. I don't mind. They're all good enough. They're not shit. What I'm saying is that Arteta has already come out and said we're prioritizing the left winger and a striker. He knows that we need that. He knows we need a left-sided forward and a striker. So he obviously knows that he doesn't trust that side either. So in my opinion, now it looks like we're not going to get anyone. I'll be honest with you. Forget everything else. So now we need to prioritize Isak in the summer, and that's our main summer target, like Declan was last year. And we got to go for him, and then we got to get a left winger, and then we got to see what happens. But if you guys are expecting someone to come in this window, honestly, I wouldn't hold your breath.
No. I'm not expecting somebody to come in, but I'm still.
I don't think we sign Isak in the summer either.
I'm still going to go in on the club, and yeah, I can't lie. I don't even see us signing Isak in the summer. I think we're going to go in for Sesko, if I'm being completely honest. That's the way it's looking for me.
I don't really rate him that highly either.
Yeah, you don't, but the club freaking love him, bro. They love him. The fact that they went in for him first, as when they needed an attacker, they went in for him straight away and started putting in bids and started talking crazy like this. Brother, they want him. Isak is gonna be 150 mil. The club ain't willing to pay that, which I would pay that in a heartbeat for Isak.
No, I wouldn't pay 150
million.
I would pay 150 million.
I'd pay 150 million. I would give them the briefcases with all the money in. I would smile. I would shake their hand. I would be like, "Thank you very much," and I would walk out of there. And on top of that, just to take the piss even more, I'd make Isak our highest paid player, and I'd give him 350, 400k a week.
Because you lot, because you lot think money, no, because you lot, no, hold on, because you lot think money grows. You lot think money grows on trees.
No,
it's not that. I think he's an investment. I think he's an investment where you could spend. First of all, the 150 million, you're not going to pay it upfront, obviously, but I think it's an investment where I think there are very few players in the world right now where you can say, forget what he done. I think there are very few players in the world right now where you can say, I could spend this kind of money on him, and within the next 3-4 years, I'm getting that return back easily. Because I genuinely think Isak is a difference between a team like Arsenal and Liverpool, for example. Let's say City are at their pump, yeah? I think Isak is a difference where he can go to a team like Arsenal or a team like Liverpool and definitely win them a title over City. I'm talking about pump City, not like this current season City. So let's say City next season come back to their level of last season and the season before. I think Isak at Liverpool or Isak at Arsenal wins them the league against them, right? And that's why I'm saying even at 150 million, I can see the value he'll give us, because I've said it, right? He, in my opinion, and I'm doubling down on this, I think he's the best striker in the world.
We saw the stats.
Bar none. I genuinely don't think there's any striker better than him, because he's the most complete in every single department, and he bangs goals. It's not like he's a good dribbler and good finisher.
His conversion rate was like
mental, 35% or something.
So many strikers, and his conversion rate is so high compared to the other strikers. It is mental.
Yeah,
but
I think it's second best striker. Second.
Do you realize that if we brought in if this January window, if we brought in Isak for this transfer window, and Isak was starting for us for the rest of the season, I would say I would do the complete 180, and I would say 100% we're winning this league. And on top of that, not just we're winning the league, he's gonna score maybe 15 to 20 goals.
You know the funny thing is,
a lot of pressure on this guy. A lot of pressure.
My house on. No,
You
but you don't understand.
it's like Haaland. What
He
do you
shows
mean?
me as a player, he's able to deal with that pressure. He doesn't care about dealing with that pressure, and he's shown that in multiple
Exactly.
big games for Newcastle. Let's face it; these are big games for Newcastle, and he still puts down goals.
Even the way he celebrates and stuff like that. Remember when he scored that goal against West Ham, and he just started like people who have that kind of aura. They know how to handle pressure because he's got that arrogance and ego about him, which is a good thing to have. And by the way, Omar Rushdie, I know you've mentioned. I read the comment where you mentioned, 150 million and all that kind of stuff. By the way, I don't even think it'll cost that. If Newcastle don't make Champions League this season, which to be honest, they can make, they have a decent chance of making it. But if they don't make Champions League this season, they're most likely going to be stuck in a situation where they have to make some money. I'm not going to say sell players, but they have to make money somehow. And if that happens and you bid like 120 million with like 10 million add-ons, there's a decent chance that Newcastle consider it really hard, especially if Isak ends up pushing and saying, yeah, I actually want to make that move. It might not happen in the end, but I actually think there's a very decent chance of it.
By the way, just to say as well, yeah, to say Isak has proven nothing, guys, and Twisted, that's stupidity. You're my brother, but that is stupid. Do you know why? Because I will tell you right now, if we didn't have some cyborg in this league, yeah, if we didn't have a cyborg in this league just doing a madness, yeah, and just getting goal after goal after goal because this guy is just weird and he's like legit one of the best finishers in football.
I think he's better than Haaland.
Yeah, he is better than Haaland, but regardless, this guy is like one of the best finishers in football history, clearly showing it by the way he just pummels goals in. If that guy wasn't in the league last season, Isak would have been the top goal scorer, bro. And if that didn't happen last season, the season before, bro, Isak has proven that he can really chat with these men. And
also, what has Harry Kane done? Has Harry Kane done anything? Has Harry Kane won a cup, or has he showed up in a final, or has he led his team to like some major tournament? Even the Champions League final they reached, it wasn't even him.
And we called Harry Kane world class.
And we call Harry Kane. Forget world class. There were a couple of years where they were calling him the best striker in the world.
Yeah,
forget world class.
They were saying elite level.
Yeah,
bro.
So then that's ridiculous.
Top 5 strikers in
ridiculous.
Man were telling me he sits on the same table as Henry. I was like, well, hold on a minute, bro. Yeah. Hold on a minute, bro. Let's relax. Anyway, listen.
Are we saying right now if Isak was in Barcelona or some of these big teams, he wouldn't be doing shit? He would definitely be doing a lot of stuff.
Isak in any big team right now wins them a league title, pushes them to a mad level. Anyway, let me get to this super chats. Big up to Sonra who says no trophies equals crap club. Yeah, 100%. It's a madness. Big up to George, my brother George. Big up to you, my
I do think that's a bit of an exaggeration, by the way. That's like no trophies equals crap club. That's a very like one-dimensional conversation. Like, so every team that doesn't win a trophy every year is a crap club.
I think after continued investment, then you can start to have that conversation. But regardless,
we're not a crap club, guys. We're underperforming. Yes, crap is different. Like it's just come on. Like let's
crap team.
We're not a crap team either. What do you mean? Again, this is where I have to unfortunately use Souls' argument. But you cannot be second in the league and third in the Champions League and say you're a crap team. Maybe you're not a good enough team. I understand that. Yeah, crap is United. Thank you, Omar Rushdie. Crap is Spurs. Crap is not Arsenal.
What is crap anyway? Crap is a very subjective term. Like, obviously, Villa, you know what I mean? Everyone's crap to someone. You know
what I mean? Big up to George for the super chat, my brother. All love, Bobrovsky. See you soon, man. I'll see you soon. I've not seen him since P's birthday party, bro. Big up to you, my bro, George. Big up to Omar Rushdie who says, FYI, most injuries, LFC or Arsenal club gets the blame. I'm assuming you mean the most injuries, LFC or Arsenal, the club has to get the blame, I'm assuming.
No, he's right. No, he's right on what he's saying. It's that when a club has a lot of injuries, so when a team has a lot of injuries, the club gets the blame, which you can't control injuries.
Yeah,
what I mean?
but here's the thing: you can control money being given to Arteta and Edu. Arteta and Edu are responsible for that money. This is what was like. This is what I'm thinking. Like people are trying to like fully take Arteta out of blame in this scenario, because yes, Arteta is not fully to blame, but him and Edu were a team. This is what they told us from the jump. They said Edu and Arteta and Richard Garlick, yeah, that motherfucker. These three people,
That's a Richard
the-
Garlic.
these three people are a team. These three people are the ones who are getting. You could see Edu and Richard Garlick in there and talking about Aubameyang in that all for nothing or all or nothing or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, you could see it. You could see them talking with each other. They're the ones who are discussing this. So it's not all Arteta's blame, or it's not all
Guys, and you
Arteta's
guys say
not
injuries. I don't
blame.
think injuries affected us this season.
No, but regardless on even if they say injuries affected us, why are we not sitting here and talking about the fact that Arteta's bought like many goalkeepers and spent so much money on goalkeepers, left backs,
And not enough on
right
strikers.
backs,
Yeah.
defense. This guy's bringing in midfielders for some random reason, and then the attack is just bleeding dry, bro. We bought in 2 attackers, bro. 2, actually. Sterling, let's make it 3.
I'm not
Bro,
counting Sterling.
are we skunked? No, but we have to count Sterling because he's here right now, bro. Chelsea knew what they were doing from the jump, bro. They knew they were gonna do that. No release clause or no.
Can I just
Bro,
say,
that 100K we're paying him a week, you could pay half that money on a youngster who probably would give you more value.
Sorry, can I just say, I didn't get to say, I'm gonna summarize this run in 20 seconds. Sterling is absolutely terrible. I just want to put it out there now because obviously I watched that game against Girona. Honestly, like I don't. I'm trying to think who's the last player who had that bad. Like no energy, no input, very lazy on the ball. Very, I don't know what he's doing. Honestly, if we could, Arteta must find a way to just terminate his contract. There must be a way.
You can't. They put a clause in it where you can't terminate until the end of the season. That's what they said.
Again, that's if
both players, Neto and both Neto and Sterling have no termination clauses in their contracts when they signed the loans deals, because they already tried with both of them. Apparently, this January they tried to send them back because they wanted to get somebody on loan. So we're stuck with these motherfuckers. This is Edu and Richard Garlick special, bro. From the jump, bro. This was Edu's going away present, bro. This was the last fuck you to the fans before he left. Big up to him, bro, by the way. And Arteta and all these motherfuckers who were involved in any kind of whatever the fuck is going on up there. Whoever the fuck is involved, whatever's going on, like
I think Arteta is more involved.
My head is on Mars right now, isn't it? My head's on Mars with this whole shit because even though I expected nothing, is it weird that I expected nothing, but I'm still very, very angry? I'm mad that my expectation of nothing came true. Even though I expected nothing, I'm still vexed that I expected nothing, and it's still fucking mad. Like
I agree. But look, I think taking it forward, I think we're in a decent, obviously Champions League. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, well done to the.
Wallahi, stop mentioning the Champions League, bro.
No, I'm not saying we're going to win it. I'm just saying.
It's like you're trying to put a positive spin on anything when nothing is positive at this moment in time, bro. Actually, you're laughing because you see it. He keeps on trying to bring up the Champions League to just bring that positive spin.
No, that's fine. Listen.
We're doing good in the Champions League.
Big up. No, listen. Big up to the boys for the Champions League run so far. They've done well. We finished in a very strong position. One of the best teams in Europe. Big up to the boys. You guys can go home and look at pictures of Arteta and wish him to leave the club until the end of the season. That's fine. I'm looking at an outlook now on how we can move forward. Right. As I said, I think I'm a rational fan that can be upset, angry, blame multiple different areas, multiple different people, but be logical. You guys just look at any problem and just send for the manager.
You're not being logical, souls, guys. I asked you last time.
No, hold on. Let me speak. No.
I don't want to get on it. It's fine. Just continue.
Martinelli misses an open goal.
You've literally said three things contradict each other.
Let me finish. Martinelli misses an open goal. Arteta. We lose against Man United. Arteta. Everything's Arteta. You guys are obsessed with Arteta. Let Arteta go. Let's look at us moving forward.
We talk about him because he's the manager of the club we support. That's a very normal thing. It's not abnormal at all to talk about the manager that runs your club and his shortcomings.
Luckily, a football club has multiple different areas, like the actual players that are on the field, the manager, the owners.
Yes, correct. And the players are not the main issue right now, because we've reached a point where our starting 11.
Go look at all of Ashraf's videos that he's posted.
Barring the striker is actually quite decent.
Not only on your channel side, look at all of Ashraf's videos that he's posted, right? And you'll hear most of the stuff he says about Arsenal always to do with Arteta. I've never seen him criticize players. I've never seen him criticize anything that happens with a team is always Arteta.
Oh my God, I can't even do that. I can't.
It depends when I'm discussing it, because most of my videos that I discuss these things, I'm discussing why are we not winning the league this season? Why are we regressing? So when I'm discussing these things, I'm obviously going to discuss the crux of the problem, right? Because I don't do itty bitty conversations here and there. Yeah, I do speak about. I do speak about. Let me learn. I do speak about Martinelli and all these kind of guys. I've had arguments with people about who said Martinelli is better on the right, which is I'm like, it's the most ridiculous take out there. But in my opinion, the reason why we're not winning the league this season is primarily because of the manager. And by the way, again, I am logical because I've backed this manager. I've said he's a good manager, and I'm still saying it today. Even if we sack him in the summer, I'm not changing my stance. He's a very good manager.
I'm not saying you're saying he's a bad manager.
Could do well in other clubs, but I even understand people who are sentimental and say, "Hey, if he wants us, let's say he wins us the league this season, and in the summer Pep Guardiola becomes available and says I want to join Arsenal, right? I still wouldn't sign Pep Guardiola because I would say, but Arteta just won us the Premier League. I understand Pep is better, but yeah, exactly. I understand Pep is better." But Arteta just won the league, so it only. I don't think it's correct. I think it's correct to continue with him, right? So actually, I'm probably adding some level of emotion there when I shouldn't. But if he doesn't win anything and if he doesn't win us anything and he regresses us this season, and there's a better manager out there, for example, I'm not going to be emotionally attached to Arteta and say, well, look, regardless of whether he's regressing or not, I still think we should stick with him one more year, just one more year. Because that for me is an emotional take. Because it's pure business. He's progressing. Good job. Regressed now without any major trophies that you've ever won with us. Thank you. We shake hands, and now we move on to the next manager. There's nothing criminal about that.
Guys, by the way, sorry, because we really need to move on, because I need to do the predictions, bro, because Ash has got to go, bro. It's like nearly 9 o'clock. Well, it's 9 o'clock now.
Yeah, I got like 10 more minutes. Yeah.
But I just want to say, obviously, we received an all-steam bomber about Matthias Tel.
Tottenham.
Obviously, telling Tottenham, but apparently he wants to stay at Bayern Munich now and reassess in the summer. So he's not moving this January transfer window. So he's off the market now. So let's just see. I expect absolutely nothing from the club anyway. Let me just get through these super chats, guys.
Glad, actually,
yeah, fair enough. Let me just get through these super chats. Omar Roshdi as well saying, if I was Arsenal, I'd go for Guevara and Osimhen. That could have been the play, but unfortunately, we are we don't think logically. And PSG obviously went and got Guevara, Scilia, and they're now rejuvenating their team and getting ready for the knockout stages of the Champions League. Meanwhile, we're sitting there doing bozo moves and just not addressing the issues that we have at our club. We got to Cal, who says we need to stop talking about Isak. Listen, I mean, if you've chosen to stop talking about him, I can't stop talking about this guy, because I think this guy comes in and revolutionizes our attack for the next 5 to 6 years, maybe even longer. In my personal opinion.
And even if he means stop talking about Isak because we're never gonna get him, that I still find that a very ridiculous argument, because why are we discussing Arteta? He's never gonna leave. Why do we discuss the board? They're never gonna go. Like, why are we discussing certain things that's never gonna happen? This is a football show where we discuss these kind of things and we discuss our opinions. It's very normal. It's not like, by the way, Isak is incredibly out of the realm of possibility. It's not like I'm talking about Mbappe and Vinny Jr., for God's sake.
Yeah. What's the next one? Sorry. So I was just texting somebody. Big up T. George saying, after what I've heard, I needed to come on. I needed to come on one time. Big up you, man. Nah, big up to you, my broski, George, man. Big up to you, my
George.
broski, George. And listen, big up to everybody for the super chats. Absolutely generous. I appreciate every single one of you who is sending in super chats today, man. Absolutely amazing, man. It's very hard for me to stream at the moment because of stuff that's going on behind the scenes at the moment. Nothing bad. It's all good, but there's just some stuff going on behind the scenes. But it's very hard for me to, even at the moment, Ahwa is on limbo at the moment. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make that stream, but I'm trying my hardest to get that done. So I'm there for you guys, regardless whether I'm going to get cooked, whether I'm going to cook that bald fraud Hamza, of course. Do you know what I mean? But let's just quickly go on to the. We don't have to discuss the Dubai winter break. Listen, guys, Dubai winter break. I don't know if it's going to work the same way it worked last time. I don't think it's going to have the same effect, in my personal opinion. Khalas. Let's just move on. Ash,
Depends if Arteta goes and gets meat from Nusrat again. Pause.
Yeah, why for that?
Yeah, why for that, broski? Because, Ash, can you please? I would have expected Ash to be like just prepared to have the thing in the background. Do you know what I mean? So we can just straight in and then we can speak about the teams. But
Bro, it's literally ready. I don't know why you want to embarrass yourself every single time, but okay.
Why am I embarrassing myself? It wasn't back there, bro.
No, embarrass yourself like with like the gap. I mean, to be honest. Let me actually update. I didn't update some of the scores.
Gary, I fully understand what you're saying, and the thing is, this is the situation that we're in. Do you know what I mean? This is the situation that we're in at the moment, where we have to understand, like, and I said this yesterday on my pre-recorded video that I put out, like, people have to understand, like, the ownership that we're dealing with, and people have to understand with the higher ups that we have in the club, the sporting directors. Maybe even then, if you want to go by Ash's remarks, let's just leave Stan and Josh out of the way for a second. Yeah. Even though they're just as much of a problem as what's inside. These men that are in the hierarchy at Arsenal, bro, it's a massive issue. It's a massive issue. And it's just shocking, bro. It's just shocking how we handle transfer windows. It is absolutely horrifying. It's horrifying how we deal with transfer windows when we were one of the biggest clubs in England and a very, very big club in the world, and this is how we're like, bro, come on, man. Where's that Yardy clip, bro? Where's that Yardy clip? Where's Yardman? Where's that Yardman clip, man? I need to get a Yardman clip. You know, to get this fucking Americans out of my foot.
Let me talk, Robbie. Robbie, let me talk.
Hey, wallah, Yardman is a G, bro. He's a
big up Yardman, man. Big up
Yardman. Yardman is something special, bro. Wallah. Did you see his watch along that he done?
My interview, Robbie.
Hey, Yardman is a fucking G, bro. But anyway, let's get into this, man. So we'll start off with the Man City Arsenal game. How do we see this one going, lads? How do we see this one going?
Look, I've gone on 2 different streams of Hussam and Mo's channel, and I've like basically put my balls out there and said I think it'll be a comfortable win for us. I don't know why that's such an edgy take. Okay, guys, I'll say this, and maybe you guys can give your opinion here. I said I think our game at home against City is less difficult than Liverpool's game away against Bournemouth, because Bournemouth at home are really good. They have absolutely slapped Forest 5-0. I think they also slapped Newcastle 4-1, if I'm not wrong, at St. James Park. City have been crap this season, especially against big teams. PSG, Juve, they lost obviously to Liverpool, got slapped up by Spurs. So I don't know if Souls is talking because he's on mute probably, or maybe he's talking on the phone.
Yeah, he's on mute, yeah.
No, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, so for me, I don't know.
No,
Yes,
I think comfortable win.
I genuinely think it's a less difficult game than that.
Yeah, no, hold on. I think comfortable wins a stretch, but we ain't got a lot of time, so I don't want to argue.
When I say comfortable win, I don't mean like a 3-0 trashing. I mean like a 2-0 win where we are clearly the better team.
I think it will be a 2. I think it will be a 1. I think it will be a 2-2 draw or a 2-1 loss. That would be my
If that
honest,
happens,
yeah, especially
catastrophic settings, bro.
And that will not be because of Arteta, guys. By the way, if that happens, that'll be because the players are not good enough. Remember,
no,
guys.
it'll be because we obviously partly because of Arteta, and 2, it'll be because obviously in my opinion, especially if we start the front three of obviously I'm 99% sure Nwaneri is going to start. But if it's a front three of Trossard, Martinelli, and Havertz, then I can't see where the goals are going to come
There's
from.
something about the wording you use, so sometimes.
We say that, and yet we have scored
There's
in every
something
single
about
game in the Premier League.
there's something about the wording that you use, bro. I've clocked onto you, bro. I've clocked onto you. Why do you always, whenever you want to, it's like you want to just shut us up, yeah? So you say partly Arteta's fault.
No, it's just logic that when you assess a football club, you look at multiple areas as to why you're failing. Like
we understand there are multiple areas, which is the primary one. Okay, let's just agree here at least. Do you agree the majority is with Arteta?
I just said it at the start, bro. Do you use your 2 ears?
So that's what I'm talking about then.
Stammer Woodnick.
I'm not saying all of it is Arteta. I'm saying the bulk is with Arteta.
I said there's 3 main reasons.
That's why I want to change him. I can't change the whole.
Listen, I said recruitment. Let's bring is Ashraf finds it hard to understand English. I don't know if because it's not his first language. I don't know.
I speak English better than you. I speak Arabic better than you. And English is not even my first language.
You can't understand it better than me. But you can't understand it better than me. That's your problem.
I also know how to switch on and switch off a camera clearly. I know how it works. I'm even more tech savvy.
No, that's fine. No. I said to you, there's 3 reasons. No, Saad. There's 3 reasons: recruitment, managerial tactical abilities, and injuries. Arteta is responsible for both of them, so he's responsible for the majority. I said that earlier. He is responsible for the majority, Ashraf. But
so how does that disagree with what we say? How does that differ from what I say?
Because there is a big difference between, I agree with you that Arteta is having a poor season and he is to blame, but I don't agree that this results in him getting sacked. I believe he still deserves another season to restructure.
I don't think.
Buy striker, buy Zubimendi, buy lefty, go next season and try and win a league. You guys want to do this whole bandwagon of Arteta.
I don't understand because I asked you this question before. I don't understand because I've asked you before. What if he fails next season as well? What if he fails next season as well?
Then he should go.
Why? Wait. Why? Again, you've never given me a reason. Why should he go next summer? Why can't he be given another chance, buy another more players, and go again?
No, because every season he's progressed us, barring this season predictions. And based on that, he should be able to go in the market and spend money to restructure the team and make some improvements. If he doesn't,
if he's not won a major, if you're the owner of the club, what and you've up until this point you spent circa of 700 million
right
on this manager, which is heavy investment. They've invested.
Well, it's not heavy when you realize where we've come from. You have to look
that's fine. And I understand where we came from, PR and all that, but they've invested heavily into this guy, and they've given him enough money to build a squad to be able to
win us a major. No. See, no. Sorry, you're getting it wrong. From where we was to where we are now, it cost 700 million. To take us from an 8th place team to a challenging team cost us 700 million. That is good business.
So I'll tell you guys quickly, just to summarize.
The first season that he challenged in 22, yeah? How much did they drop in the summer?
I don't know the exact figures. How much did they drop?
So 22 passes, we bottled the league, yeah? Whatever. Ha. The rivals are laughing. Then they drop 105 mil on Rice. Then they get Timber, who I think was 25 mil.
Right.
And then who was the other?
On Havertz.
and 65 million on Havertz. So that's already
And
like
27 million on Raya, or loan
yeah,
with that option to buy.
So that's already like 250, I think. I don't know. My maths might be off there.
Yeah,
But that's already close to 250 mil. So this is already like this is what I'm saying. Like they've invested heavily in him. You're saying that's what it takes to get to this and to get to this and to get to the
Guys,
to the challenging. But they invested in him, even though he challenged with that squad. They could have just left him and said, "This squad is good enough to challenge. You need to now go and win the league."
Yeah, and let's summarize this quickly, guys, because I'll tell you guys where everyone's head is at, right? So you have fans who, even when we were progressing year on year, and he was doing well, like he did last season, were like, "Nah, get him out now." I think that's wrong, because how could you sack a manager when he's doing well and he's progressing year on year, right? You have others. I think Saad and I sit in this boat where we say progressing, that's fine. And the moment he has one bad season, the moment where he regresses, especially if he doesn't have Champions League and Premier League credit in the bank, it's time to shake hands and say goodbye, and we move on to the next. Souls, shut up. Let me land. Souls is the kind of guy. And by the way, Souls is not the end. I'm going to give you two more examples. Then there is the next level, right? Which is Souls, who will say, no, he needs to have 2 bad seasons before I can say it's time to get him sacked. And then there's others, right, who will say, no, he could have 3 bad seasons, and then I want him sacked. And then at the last level, which is probably, I don't know if you guys watch AFTV.
This is the brain dead guys. It's the brain dead.
You'll find that last level who are so emotionally connected that say, I don't care how many bad seasons this manager has, he got me out of the dumps. He brought my team back to challenging.
You know those fans,
so I will support him because, like, for example, Julian said this in AFTV, right? He's like, yeah, but you're supposed to be a supporter. What's the point of you if you're not a supporter? Support the manager, support the team. Who gives a shit what's happening?
Yeah.
And because they don't, by the way, someone actually tweeted me and said, and I don't blame him. If that's his view, that's his view. I don't care. But someone tweeted me and said, it's fans like you that are deluded, that are only looking at trophies. There are fans like us that are more realistic, and we see trophies as a bonus.
Yeah, well,
we don't have to win.
No. We
don't have to win trophies. If we win, we win. We don't win. Who gives a shit?
But Ashraf, that last level fan you just said.
Those fans want Arteta for life, by the way, which is fine.
But Ashraf, those last level fans are wrong, but they're just, in my opinion, they're just as delusional as you two's opinion of having
no, but they think you're delusional, right? Because you're saying after 2 bad seasons he should go.
As crazy. So but Ash, that's just as crazy.
Why? Because if someone like Julian comes and tells you, but you're a freaking fan of the club, this is not your business, right?
How
you're
can
a supporter of the club. Support the club because you're a supporter. First and foremost, he's right there, by the way. He's technically actually correct.
Yeah,
you're a
but
supporter.
We're not discussing.
It's not your business.
But we're not discussing that, fan. What we are discussing is that is
my
just
point is, in his perspective, you're wrong. In his perspective, the fact that you want him sacked after 2 seasons, in his perspective, and many other fans, by the way, so I'm not disrespecting them. In many other fans out there, they say your argument of wanting him sacked after 2 seasons is stupid. They can come and tell you, hey, remember Fergie when he had 7 bad years with United and then went on to become the greatest ever manager? Why can't you be patient like him?
Fortunately, football just doesn't work that way. And if you let me land, Ashraf, what I'm saying to you is that fan is just as delusional, in my opinion, as you two, in the way you two have your stance.
He thinks everyone, I think you're super delusional. They think you're delusional as well. So we're all delusional. We're all delusional in that logic.
What I say is it took 700 million to take us from the Socrates and the Mustafis and the Aubameyang's and the Ozils to take us to a title challenging team from 8th to now being a top level team. Where now we've progressed massively. Cool.
Good job.
Your argument is Arteta can't take us to the final step of winning a major. That I actually understand that argument. I'm not saying I don't. He may not be the right guy, but because of how he's been year on year, the football I've seen us play, the amazing football I've seen us play, attacking football, high level scoring goals, good defense. I've seen him structure the entire team to where I've watched us some games and gone, we are elite in our performance. That's our best.
So
okay. No, listen, bro. Can you let me land. Because I've seen the elite level football and I've seen us score goals, and I haven't seen it for a number of years. I'm going cool. Because of that, I know he's a manager that can do that. And because I've seen him and he can do that, and he only missed the last 5% of getting us over the line, the next season, go restructure this, buy a forward, buy a left winger, buy a midfielder, structure the team, and take us to winning a league. If you don't do that, then now you've failed once. You've been given a chance to get. I always give somebody one season to fix things. That's a logical fan talk. I'm not saying
which was this season.
No. This season he was expected to win the league from last season. But I mean,
no. But then by that logic, every manager when they signed the contract, informally.
Don't talk about contracts. In the contracts, he's
no. I'm not. That's why I said informally. Calm down. By that logic, whenever a manager signs any contract with Arsenal or any other club, they should understand indirectly. I'm allowed one bad season. I'm allowed to have one shit year.
Everyone knows that. No.
But it shouldn't be that way. What do you mean? That's what I'm trying to say. By the way,
no, you're allowed one bad season based on how you play.
Guys,
before that.
Wallahi, I'm just gonna. Wallahi, I'm just gonna.
Nobody even said to me.
Big up to Igal. I'm just gonna end it with this, and I swear to God, whatever you guys say after that, I'm not gonna respond back. The only thing I will say in the end, guys, and I'm happy to be proven wrong, there are very, very, very few examples of what Souls is saying, where someone is up and then regresses without winning anything major and comes back again. And there are many, many, many examples of a manager that's up, regresses, they sack him, get someone better, and they go on to win something.
Let me land, and
then you can respond. Wallahi, I won't rebuttal that. Wallahi, on my life, wallah. So even if we go by that logic, Souls is asking you guys to do something that has no precedence. I'm asking you guys to do something that actually has many precedences with other clubs. But I agree with him that it will never happen. But we're only discussing opinions of what should happen. But if we're discussing on what will happen, guys, don't ever say Arteta out. That's stupid because it's not going to happen. Don't ever say Kroenke out. No, it'll not happen as in the next season or the next 2 seasons. Don't ever say Kroenke out because that'll never happen. Don't ever say Sheikh Mansour buy our club. That'll never happen.
That's fine.
Don't ever say sign Mbappe. That'll never happen.
Look, he's using things now like, oh, it's not been done.
I'm done, by the way. So you can say whatever you want. By the way, Saad, I need to have only like few minutes, so we need to do the prediction.
Yeah, well, I'll say this last thing. You're saying it doesn't go down, doesn't go back up. There's even lesser chances. There's even lesser chances of a manager finishing second in the league and getting sacked. The last one they happened to was Ancelotti years and years ago. I don't even know how many years ago. Managers don't get sacked when they're performing at the highest level. The point that I'm making, guys, is that unfortunately, this is the difference between me and, in my opinion, Ashraf, is that when a team is underperforming, you have to look at a variety of factors: players, managers, owners, recruitment, tactics, everything, right? Yes. I don't look at things one-dimensionally. I feel like what Ash does is that you regress once and then you go, in my opinion, he is the most
if you haven't won a major.
I'm gonna put my life out and say, I think that Ash's opinion on Arteta in the club is worse than Julian's opinion on him saying Arteta should never be sacked.
Oh my lord!
And I'll say why.
Saad, leave it, please. Let's move on.
Because it's suicide for a fan to come out and disregard everything that's happened and go, you know what? Okay, he's taken us there. Thank you, Arteta is a good coach.
He's a good manager. Now he'll get
but I just said you said he's a good coach, whatever. He's a good manager. But now, after one regressive season, you should let him go. It's not going to happen
when he hasn't won anything major. Yes, correct. No credit in the bank. I agree.
I don't believe it should happen. That's fine. You receive credit by winning trophy, which is fair. I receive credit by have I lost hope in this manager? No. Has he taken us to the highest level? Yes. Have I?
No. Don't quote me correctly. You get credit by winning major trophy or progressing us. Which, by the way, Standard FC don't like when I say that. They call me a loser.
But when you progress,
they call me a loser for supporting progression.
That's stupid. The people, but when you progress and you regress one season, the progression you've had buys you credit in the bank for me to have one more season to go and fix things.
Yeah, that's where both you and I disagree. But anyways, we'll move on to predictions.
We need to guys,
and we'll take
my ideology is more logic. Anyway, let me give.
It's not more logic because you're saying give him one more year.
That's fine. Let's move on.
Wait, where the hell did I do this? Arsenal, Man City. Yeah, no, we'll take everyone's predictions. We'll take everyone's predictions.
Or you two can just do yours. It's okay.
No. When T was in the show, we did T as well. So
Okay.
Because I wanna come after that and laugh at some of your predictions.
What?
So.
Are we predicting all of them?
Yes, we're predicting.
Yeah, all
Okay.
of them.
Okay, let's start off with Manchester.
Wait, one
City.
second. We go
Hold
one
on
in a
يا
row. This
حبيبي,
guy,
hold on يا خويا. خلينا
he wants to
نتكلم.
jump to the next one already.
يا أخي, let's just we start with me, then we go to Ash, then we go to you, Souls. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Safi. Right.
Gracias, hermano.
Yeah, big up. Actually, let's just put that down. Let's just start with Ash, actually, because on the thing it starts like that.
Yeah,
Let's start with
exactly.
Ash.
I agree.
So go ahead.
Yeah, look, I still think it'll be comfortable. When I say comfortable, I mean I think we'll win like a comfy 2-0. Even if it's 1-0, by the way, I know this will sound crazy. Even if it's 1-0, I feel it'll still be a comfortable 1-0. Where like we are the better team on the pitch, clearly. So I'm gonna go with actually, I'm gonna go with 3-1.
I'm gonna go with 1-0 Arsenal win. And you said 2-2, yeah?
Yeah, I put it here already.
Okay.
Bournemouth, Liverpool. Look, I still stand by what I said. I think this will be a harder game for Liverpool than for us. I hope my words don't come and bite me in the ass. I don't think Liverpool will lose, but actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with a narrow 1-0 win, Bournemouth.
I'm gonna go 2-1 win to Bournemouth.
Oh damn! Okay.
I think Bournemouth coming off. I think we're forgetting what they just done to Newcastle. It's
and Forest.
No, sorry. What they just done to Nottingham Forest? Sorry, I think we're forgetting what happened, and
Newcastle.
We're forgetting, what Newcastle and Nottingham Forest and whatever, and we're forgetting what Nottingham Forest done to Liverpool. So, I just, do you know what I mean? It's not adding up. Do you know what I mean? So, I think Bournemouth, it could get bad. It could get bad. Do you know what I mean? This could be where they finally get another loss.
And I will say this, by the way, if Liverpool win this game, I think they're winning the league regardless, by the way. Even if Liverpool lose tomorrow and we win, I still think Liverpool are winning the league. So I'm not changing my mind there.
Yeah, I'm not changing my mind either.
Yeah, but if Liverpool win this tomorrow, if they haven't already showed mental championship mentality, this will be like a whole different level.
Yeah,
I will be super impressed if Liverpool win tomorrow by any scoreline, whatever the scoreline is.
This is not even me being shameless. I'm not even doing this to be shameless, guys, or to shit on Liverpool or anything weird like that. I genuinely think that Bournemouth are going to beat Liverpool, and if they beat Bournemouth, then nobody is winning this league against Liverpool. No one.
Yeah, no chance.
You might as well wrap up the league now, and ma salama. We'll see you next season. So that's the situation.
And it'll be deserved. It'll be deserved for sure.
Souls. Yallah.
You're on mute, yeah, fraud.
There's no. Why do you mute your mic, bro?
I'll go 3-1 Liverpool. I think it'll be a comfortable Liverpool win.
3-1 Liverpool. Fairs. Brentford, Spurs. This is probably very easy for me.
How many goals the Brentford going to score, man?
Yeah, I'll give 1 goal to Spurs, so I'll say 3-1 Brentford.
I was actually going to go with the same thing, 3-1 Brentford, of course.
Saad, Souls.
2-1 Spurs.
Yeah, predictable. Chelsea, West Ham. I think Chelsea get back to winning ways. West Ham is not a threat. I'll say 2-0 Chelsea. Actually, no. I'll say 4-0 Chelsea. 4-1 Chelsea.
A bit of a risk. I'm gonna go 1-1. It's a risk, but I want to take the risk on this one.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Chelsea.
I just have a feeling about that game. I don't know.
By the way, guys, we'll all come here after the game and just laugh at this prediction. You will see. You'll laugh at this prediction.
Allah.
Spurs winning away from home.
He put
Imagine.
Spurs to win.
He put Spurs 2-1 away from home.
I'll laugh if it comes in. I'll laugh if it comes in. I shall eat his words. I'll laugh if it comes in. Anyway, go. Okay. Ash, go. Ash, give a scoreline, please.
Everton, Leicester.
Wallahi, I swear, Souls, you're too funny, bro.
2-1
This
Everton.
man's done- Spurs to win against Brentford at home, bro. When even for us, we struggled, but in the end, we managed to get the win. And you
To
expect
be
these
honest, they have like 1 win per on average per month for the last 9 months. So
Oh,
Oh,
right.
that's
Oh, right.
true.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, they
we-
might get the February win.
We managed to get a win against Brentford at home. Yeah, blame that on Arteta as well. Gone.
Oh, here we go,
what does
man.
that have to do with Spurs?
Let's not start this. Let's not start this because
predictions.
it's gonna get Souls. You're just throwing a bone, hoping that one of us bite, bro. Wallahi.
Exactly. He does it for entertainment, by the way, genuinely.
Yeah,
Go
100%.
ahead, Saad.
Everton, Leicester. I'm gonna go with 2-1 Everton. Oh, that's the
I'm
same.
actually obviously after Calvert-Lewin's injury. I'm gonna go 0-0 here.
Allah, is Calvert-Lewin injured?
Yeah, hamstring injury.
Ipswich Town and Southampton. What a meaty match. What a mid-off. Oh, not even a mid-off. Relegation off.
2-1
Sheesh.
Ipswich.
Yeah,
Oh,
easy.
I'm gonna
that's
say
easy.
1-0 Ipswich.
I think
You
that's
said
easy
2-1
Ipswich win.
Ipswich.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Ipswich.
3-1
That's brave.
Ipswich. Nah, it's not really. Ipswich.
Three
Like
goals.
Southampton are
No,
crap.
3 goals is brave. I think.
No,
2 goals.
not with Southampton, honestly. Any team with Southampton, even Leicester City with Southampton, I'd say 5-0, it's fine. United, Crystal Palace.
Ipswich have those games, bro. They're weird.
The thing is,
sorry,
Crystal
you go
Palace
first.
usually do well against United, especially away. But I think United have been in a decent run. They'll probably keep the form. So I'll say 2-0 United.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Palace for this one.
I'm gonna go 3-1 United. Ahmed Diallo scored 2 goals. Baller.
So basically, Souls just predicts all the big teams to win. He doesn't predict a single loss or draw for the big teams.
It's called a prediction.
Newcastle, Fulham.
It's called a prediction.
Literally, all the big teams are winning no matter what happens.
It's called a prediction.
Newcastle, Fulham. Okay, fair. Newcastle, Fulham.
Allah, I love Ash and Souls, bro. Allah, they're the best.
Bookie hairline.
2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2. I actually think Fulham will get something.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm going 4-1 Newcastle.
I think they have to hit back now. Newcastle. They have
2-2 is a horrific prediction, man.
Okay, we'll see. Well, guys in the chat, please let me know which one is the worst prediction: 2-2 Newcastle, Fulham, or someone predicting Brentford to lose at home to Spurs. Please let me know in the chat.
Listen, if you man are free at 6 p.m. on Monday, bro, we can run this shit back. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, 100%.
We can come here for 6 p.m. on Monday, UK time, obviously, because that's the earliest I can get home from work. 6 p.m. on Monday, we can just run Saad X Souls, just to go over these predictions because I need to know what you man are saying, bro. I need to know.
He's got rubbish predictions though. All his predictions are crap.
No, because we need to discuss that Spurs prediction, bro.
Yeah, this will be nice, guys.
Break it down when the
nice.
game's played, bro. We need to break that down because
like I might get every prediction wrong. This is the one I will not get wrong. That's for sure. Like
the Newcastle Fulham one is outrageous. I agree with you, but I think that Spurs one is.
Thank you.
I don't know how anybody has confidence in Spurs at the moment, bro, to do anything.
Yeah. Ange does not have confidence in Spurs, let alone. But anyways, Forest Brighton, I'll say 3. Oh, actually, I'll say 2-1 Forest.
I'm going 3-1, mate. 3-1. This is gonna be, bro. Nottingham Forest are gonna go in on these.
Yeah, I'd say 2-2.
2-2, and last one, Wolves Villa. I'll say 1-1.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Villa. Depending on if they have
look at Ash. I didn't even realize what this thing Ash predicted Spurs were going to beat Leicester 3-1.
This guy hasn't got a clue, man.
What?
Yeah, Ash is bookie for that one.
Yeah. I predicted Leicester 3-1. Yeah, that was a big mistake because it was at home.
For that one,
I was a scrappy Leicester.
Don't worry, I clowned him on the time. I clowned him at the time because that was a madness. You can hold
but
that,
I got
You can
Brighton
hold that, by
Everton,
the
for
way.
example. So I balanced the 3 points here.
Yeah, that's fine, but you can hold that, by the way, still.
I remember there was a game where I predicted that they wouldn't win or something like that, and they went and
Wait,
slapped up
you
Southampton
predicted
5-0.
Everton to beat Brighton away.
Yeah, I did.
you
Yeah,
predicted
and I
1-0.
got
That
2
is
points
the
for that.
luckiest. You know, you just plucked that.
No, I didn't even predict a win. I predicted
right
the
now,
exact scoreline.
He did the exact scoreline, but bro, it was lucky, bro. He decided to put.
No one actually thinks.
So
when I wait,
Bro,
guys.
hold on.
So the likely scoreline
Hold on.
was a Brighton
What
win.
you're saying-
When I predict the extremely unlikely thing, it's lucky.
Bro,
It's lucky.
he threw shit at the wall and hoped it stick.
Yes,
He hoped that it
That's
stick.
why I'm currently
But it
leading against
But it
Saad.
didn't.
That's
It
why
didn't.
I'm
It
leading because I just throw shit
It's
at the
all good,
wall
man. We see it though,
and
bro.
something landed.
Wallahi, this
Yeah,
man's trying to gas up the. This man's trying to gas
Hey,
up the
listen.
Everton prediction, bro. Wallahi, get this guy, bro. Get a grip, man.
That
Let's
is
go,
a very good prediction. If I
Let's-
predicted exact
Bro,
scoreline for
that's the
Brighton
lucky
beating
one
Everton,
ever, bro. The most
how is
lucky
that
one
lucky?
ever, man.
How is that lucky? Okay, by that logic, yours is lucky. Leicester City. That's luck. Away from home, that's luck.
No, it's not. That's an actual team that is.
No,
that
there's
is
only
bad.
5 teams.
Spurs
There's
on
only
bad
5
form.
teams that are
Spurs
worse than
is
Spurs
actually
right
a
now.
bad team, and I
There's
can
only
see them
5
losing.
teams that are worse than Spurs right now, and Leicester City are one of them. So you were lucky. There you go.
Well, no, not based on the last 38 games. Last 38
Yeah,
games.
Based
they're-
on last
they're
38
bad.
games, guys, how many wins do Leicester have this season? Someone can
Anyway,
please tell me?
carry on. What's the last game?
Yeah,
What's the last game?
exactly. Thank
Anyway,
you.
what's that? Wolves Villa.
That was the last game, bro. That was the last game.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Aston Villa.
Bro, this guy has put Wolves 1-1, bro, by the way. Could we just look at this?
Yeah.
So would you expect Wolves to do something after what the display that they put up against us? And they're missing Joao Gomez now.
It's
just
another.
remember that.
It's another.
I do.
It's another
I think
pick something
they
wild
get a
and
draw.
see if it works.
Villa almost bottled it
would
against Celtic
would you
at home
Soul-
at the Villa
wait,
Park. by the
hold
way.
on. What did Soul say? Soul, what did he say?
Is that you just throw something wild in there and see if it works. I know what this guy's on.
Well,
Anyway.
not really.
Yeah,
not
I
really.
know
I
what
mean,
he's on,
again,
bro,
the
I'm
prediction
telling you.
table kind of speaks volume. It tells you who's first or who's second for a reason. So
Who's
Hey.
first?
Bro, I love
Stupid question.
I love that we agree on this whole Ash thing, bro, because this guy just throws something at the wall, bro, and just hoping it sticks. Bro.
Yeah, losers will agree on that shit for sure. Saad is only salty. The gap is getting bigger. He thought he narrowed down the gap, and then I expanded it again. So, anyways,
How did you expand it? How did you expand it? Are we not on the same points? If not, I'm on.
how are we on the same points? Are you mad?
No,
I'm
no,
like more
sorry.
than 10 points
The
ahead.
gap is the gap not slowed?
101.
What's going on?
It was 13 before, right? Or
Yeah.
12?
So
I
what
can't
is it
remember.
now?
101 minus 87. Okay, it's 14 points. So it did increase, but like by 1 point, but it still increased. You told me you're going to narrow it down.
Increased. Okay.
Yes.
What do you guys
yes.
base on? Who gets closest to the scoreline?
No,
Correct score line, you get 3 points. Correct result, you get 1 point. And nothing is 0.
And then obviously we'll see what happens with these score lines that you put down. So don't worry, mate. You're gonna get cooked if they're bad.
Yeah, you'll get.
I think I'll win this.
Habibi, I'm telling you, even if I get everything wrong, this is the one that I'll be laughing at, bro.
I'm telling you now, Monday it's not gonna be good. We're gonna laugh at that scoreline.
Listen, watch. You're gonna see a Kulusevski long shot. It's going in, man.
I agree. I agree with that.
Spurs.
I agree with that. He's right. Kulusevski will probably score a long shot, which is why they will score 1. And then Bournemouth will score 2.
You are funny guy.
Whistle will come out of nowhere. Whistle will come out of nowhere. One of his weird, like little kicks that when he just does those weird runs into the box and just gets the toe to it, bro, and it goes in.
By the way, on a side note, I really rate Mbeumo. I really rate him. You should definitely go from as a backup to Saka.
Anyways, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah. Listen, we're out of here, people. Listen, I'm gonna send you guys over to Deluded DG, Deluded Guna, of course. Go over there, smash the like button, subscribe to his channel, spam Saad raid. I'll see you lot on the next one. I won't be here for a stream. There won't be a stream tomorrow. Watch along will be Ash will be doing a watch along on Sunday because I can't do a watch along at the moment. I legit this week has been completely mashed up for streams, but next week from Monday I'm back to daily streams. Yeah, so apologies for this, guys, but make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and to Ash's channel. Ashraf Talks Football. Ashraf Talks Football. Yes, Ashraf.
Yeah, Ashraf, you might catch me on Ashraf's watch along as well on Sunday.
Yeah. Come on, you have to join, bro. You have to join. It'll be fun.
But
guys.
Hold on. The super chat. Sorry. Ash, 1 second, because they're addressing you. Both things are correct. Arteta has misfired on spending, and the Cronkies have not spent enough. Either way, if we don't win, our players will leave. Yeah, I agree with you, Cal. Actually,
that's one of the reasons why you should change the manager to increase the chance of winning something.
Because he does clearly have an input on the transfers.
There's no evidence to increase his chances.
Sorry?
I said there's no evidence that it increases chances.
But regardless, we're saying
there's
he has
bigger probabilities. But anyways, next time I think he
and then they're saying asking
big
Arteta,
up Cal's corner for the super chats, by the way.
Yeah, big up to Cal's corner, of course, man. Asking Arteta to win a major as his first managerial job is illogical. He will come good eventually, but not for us. He needs more experience.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, I agree.
A very fair point.
I agree.
No, he only agrees with it because of the last bit. That's the only reason why. If you
I agree with everything else.
No. If you would have said the same, if you would have said the same thing, he'll come good eventually. We have to give him time. Arteta would have been like, I should have been like, no, I don't.
Not with us. Look, read his point.
I know.
He said not for us.
To deal with.
That's what I agree with.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, you're just doing this for the sake of just doing it.
Well, he's doing it for the sake of. He's pretending like he's dumb. To be honest, he's acting like he's dumb.
This is the thing.
I literally agreed with it because he said not for us. I agreed with it because
he needs more experience at different clubs, handling like a lower club, maybe a mid-table club to deal with that kind of pressure. But regardless, listen, I want to big up Cal's Corner. I want to big up George. I want to big up Omar Rushdie and Sunra for the super chats. You guys are absolute legends, man. I appreciate you all for the super chats. Like I said, like, subscribe. We are out here. Peace out, people. Love. Peace.